Your
Doctors
doctors still do.
Well,
Okay,
no, but I'm
we're
saying
live.
like the old
Live.
ones who do.
A little live.
All right. Hey guys, this has been a busy morning already. So we are ready for Stormheron Mead competition part 2. So this is the second year running for this. Really excited to bring this to you. We got a couple of new faces on the judging. Last might go dead, or
No, it's still live. I mean,
Can we listen to it a little bit?
His YouTube channel.
yeah. So if you go to Storm Before Dawn on YouTube, you'll be able to pull it up.
Okay.
Or if you type in Storm H, it pops up Stormheron Mead competition in the suggested search.
so is it working again now?
Maybe for me.
Well, we got a little bit of time. All right, we've reset all our pixies, so hopefully this is working a little bit better. Let us know if we've got any further audio issues.
Yeah. So where I was going is this year, as a result of last. Okay.
Yeah, my
Audio should be
router is
fixed now.
overloaded. Okay, so we were having.
Should be fixed now.
Okay. All right. Take 3 here. Yeah, well, let's start at the top. Real quick version. $100 for first place, $50 for second, $25 for third. Dry and sweet brackets. They are not going to be competing against each other. Just to keep things fair, we are starting with the dry bracket first, and then we'll go swap to sweet once we start getting some palate fatigue. Anyhow, when we are ready for our first round, let's hit it.
First round's here.
Our lovely host.
Let's try it this way.
So this is one.
Hey,
This is
yeah, it
nice.
works.
Pass this around.
Of course.
Yep, we got the whole bracket breakdown. Will you still haven't explained the shafted thing on with the mic working at the same time?
Wonderful.
Okay. All right. So just a quick recap of when the audio wasn't working. This year, as a result of many excellent meads last year going up against each other and many of them just being so exceptional, we're having a that mead got robbed or that mead got shafted award. Each judge during the after show can award their favorite mead that didn't make it as far as they thought it should, a consolation prize that will be $25.
25. Okay.
Yeah. Cool. So this should be 1 and 51.
Yep, this should
The
be
first-
50.
The first one was 1 and the second one is 51.
Okay.
51 and 50.
1 and
Oh
50.
no, 1 and 51 side by side.
51.
Oh, it's side by side.
For the first round. Yep.
Oh,
This-
sweet Jesus, is that what you guys did?
Oh, okay.
So it's
You guys have fucked up, unfortunately.
we'll figure it out.
No, none of the This has to be 51 and 50.
Yeah, this is the number
Yeah,
of
that's
rounds.
this is completely
Oh.
I
One
gave
goes up
Monica
against 8
the
down here.
wrong
Okay.
direction.
So what do we have on
Do
these?
you want to hand back 51 and hand back
Yep.
1?
Or we
and
just
then
switch
we'll
50 and
dish?
8 here.
No, we can't swap them around. Like
Okay,
that.
so the first one is
51, I'm serving the 2 now. Is that what you want, Jay?
No.
No. I told you something wrong. So which one came out first?
One came out
One
first.
came out
One
first.
came out
one
This
came
is
out first.
51. I'm
Okay,
missing
so-
one. Someone needs
So,
to hand back a
Set those
glass.
on the table,
Jake
Okay.
has the
and
other
then ones
51.
will go.
Yeah. Ones are going back.
Okay.
Okay.
My
So
bad.
this is 51.
maybe
So
we shouldn't have adjusted.
Yeah, so we need 50.
you need.
I'm pouring 15 now.
Thank you,
Th-
Monica.
Thank you, love.
And then
Alright.
why don't we do 13 and 1 in the next round?
Yeah.
Yeah.
but-
Perfect.
No, there's no 13. It is only so it's 51, 50,
Oh, okay.
9
A1,
and 28.
A1. Okay.
I
Okay.
should have spent more time going through the bracket, I guess.
Or we realistically should have just not had this column.
Well, if it was, it should have been spaced out because then 1.
Yeah.
If you would have put like R1, R2, or
Two.
round 1, round 2.
Yeah. Add it to the list of things I need to do better next year.
Just
Every
delete that
year
column
or
might actually.
But now that you've explained it, it makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
We'll get better every year.
I was unsure how many entries we had in all of them, and if the database was actually accurate for people shipping things in. We got probably 6 meads that got deleted when people realized they weren't going to be able to make things in,
Do we
and
have
then
a bracket link to share?
yeah, it's already.
It should be in the video.
It's in the vid.
Hey, at least the website didn't
Okay.
crash this year.
And then 5 or 6 meads that were unfortunately not able to make it for shipping. But we had gotten more meads than we needed to fill out the brackets. So we have a very, very full day and a full comp today.
Which, by the way, I got logged out of the admin site, so I can't read the descriptions anymore.
Do you know my?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I got 'em.
Learning every year.
All right. So entry 51: Dry Bloob and Big Blue. I'm guessing we got 2 blueberry meads coming up against each other.
Yeah.
Bloob.
While we are waiting, if I could get a couple crackers down here for
Yeah, absolutely.
refreshers where they are.
I have cheese.
We only have cheese.
I have
I'm not
cheese and
using-
caffeine.
Once AJ's done with the.
Restructuring.
And I
Maybe
suppose I have a
restructuring.
bottle of cleaner if people would like that
That's
as well.
not clean.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a cleaner.
There's a bottle of cleaner.
A little palate
15 is
cleanser.
here and looks delicious.
Okay.
Pass it around, give
There
it
we
plate
go.
back.
Oh yeah, you grab your 3.
Alright, so this is 50.
Yeah.
Okay,
And
and
then
that is
51 is still.
no, that's one.
That's 1.
Oh, wait, that's 1.
51 got taken back.
51 got taken back over there. Okay.
So why did
My
51
man
go back?
Steven knows about the bloob.
There you go.
All right. And then AJ, we need the 51 from the table that's served.
I don't know.
So this
That's
That was
one.
that's one. Okay.
Blue.
I'm trying to think of an easy way to get you that without saying it.
Yeah. Let's not go put my credentials out to the internet. I don't need that account much. It's for this, but it'd be nice.
In the break, catch Storm's social security number. We might give out mother's maiden name.
Last year was my credit card numbers.
Yep.
That is true.
That was funny.
Okay, so,
Only half of it.
real quick, Mead 50, which is the dry blue, is a dry mead brewed with blueberries and American oak. The that is, and then 50 and 51.
And so this is the blue.
No, the dark ones.
The dark one's the blue.
Blue. Yeah.
Yeah, the big blue. Blue, they're similar.
Mhm.
So the
And
darker
then
one is
51
51.
dry blue is dry mead. No. I opened dry blue twice. Open new link. There we go. And then any notes for this one? Nope. So
All right.
Okay, which one are we doing
Starting
first?
with the dark one first.
The dark one, which is 51 dry blue, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
We're doing no notes before votes, correct?
Right. So keep your mouth shut for once.
You know?
Okay. Probably. And then the other one is 50, big blue.
And can we go over the grading quick?
Yes. So the goal of this is drinking pleasure. A lot of BJCP stuff is, clarity, aroma, and then like the appearances that go into it, and then also whether or not you can taste and smell the stuff that's declared on it. And these are just going to be judged on drinking pleasure. If we're on like a really tight tie, maybe we'll look at clarity or something like that because it's a visual thing. But for the most part, we don't care if it's you said you got cinnamon, we don't taste cinnamon. Well, if it still tastes good, you're not going to get dinged any points for it.
Yeah.
And it's going to be thumbs up, thumbs down. One has to go home and the other one gets to advance. I like. Oh, sorry.
I'm immediately trying to break this on.
Okay, so I mean, just so we're clear, the dark one is 51, dry blue.
Dry blue.
The lighter one is entry 50, big blue.
Yep.
I have my decision.
All right, I am ready on mine.
Wait, one more time. The darker one is. And
51.
the
51
and
blue.
the 50 is the lighter one.
Yep.
Cool.
Okay,
Lined up.
so
I didn't know we were supposed to drink the other one.
Can you just do that?
I
Actually,
can. Actually, that's how I'm doing it for myself.
Can
So
you
if
can you
wanna-
No,
go
just
back?
put the glasses
Yeah.
there.
Yeah. Perfect. Thank you.
We'll get this here.
Yeah.
All right.
So thumbs up for big blue, entry 50. Thumbs down for dry blue.
Blue.
Sorry,
Yeah.
which one are we voting for?
No.
Wait,
Yeah, I mean,
what
so
was-
thumbs down
I
for
don't-
dry blue.
Yeah, we're not gonna do thumbs up or thumb.
I don't like
Okay.
that.
Yeah.
I don't like
So,
that.
okay, so then
One or two.
Yeah,
Yeah.
one or two. I think what we do is we just point to the one that you had. Don't drink it all, and then after we vote,
Okay.
you can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
So
All right.
then
That's
51.
pretty universal. I like
Yeah,
both
it's
of them.
Unanimous.
The oak character on dry blue.
Well, I mean, dry blue is just phenomenal. I mean, the aroma,
Yeah.
like I get so much honey and I get so much blueberry character.
Yeah, the blueberry character.
I was shocked how much
Yeah.
fruit and honey is on that for a dry, and it is dry. I mean, it's just
Yeah.
it's a little. I
Yeah.
don't want to say astringent, but you can taste it. I mean, it's not
Well, no, it's
sweet.
It tastes a little bit sweet though too. Like,
Yeah. I mean, the oak is giving
Yeah.
it that perception of
And it does have a
sweetness.
heavier mouthfeel.
Yeah.
yeah, I like it a lot.
I'm very, very happy with that. I think if you put that in anything outside of experimental, though, you might get ding points because it's got that heavy oak presence to it.
Okay, that's
but again,
definitely
Is
a
there
great
something
addition.
on the lighter one, or are we talking more at a question of the
you know,
lighter
good.
one?
We talk.
The
Yeah.
the lighter one, was there a flavor in the background on that one, or is that just the dryness that I'm tasting?
So like the lighter one, the big blue, like there's an alcohol hotness.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Right. And it's I can't tell if it's hot or just aggressively warming.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So hot would be like fusels. Warming would be they're lower alcohols, but they're over present. And it's sort of like for me, it's on that line between the two. And like so, if it's warming alcohol that's a bit too aggressive, maybe pull back the ABV a little bit because a lot of times dry things can't support the same ABVs
Yeah.
that sweet things could. And that's what you'll often see with high ABV dries. Is it's just aggressively warming, even if it's really well made.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Send your cups.
Okay. So the next one, since we have one out, is 1 and 8.
Yeah, stack 'em.
If you would like, we can make that one the third round. Monica has started pouring the next one
9
down,
and
which is 50 and 9.
9 and 28.
Sorry, 9 and 28. I was.
28.
So you labeled everything, so it should have been round 1, round 2,
Ah,
because it's not 1 drink per round; it's 2 drinks per round.
Learning.
gotcha.
I saw you do that. I was like, maybe I should comment, but
Nope.
that's fine.
Nope, since
And now that there's confusion, now we need to clarify that.
Yep.
So 9 and 28.
What a circus.
Zach, are you cool if I just hand you? Because I need to not get drunk today.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
All good, man.
I'll drive
That
it
was
home.
not
You're
a
right though.
rule.
If they could just cut that down a little bit to
Yeah.
make it on the
There's
side of
couches
warming,
and guest
that
rooms
has
here.
And maybe
Well-
AJ can tap out for you. at
I mean,
some
we can
point.
also drive you home.
Yeah, and
Me?
I think
Oh, I have to do
think the
things later.
fruit presence is a little light.
Good
Like,
luck.
That sounds like a
I
you
think you
problem.
could use
I know
more.
it is.
But you can still take the
Yeah.
40-minute drive.
It headless.
It's so
9
close
is
to you.
here.
9.
Thank
Pass
you.
it down. Thank you.
Oh, there you go, AJ. That looks
I'll
great.
grab the 2.
From my point of view, it didn't have a
AJ,
full
so
body, so it just kind of finished it
9
really
and-
It's almost like I deal with
28.
spreadsheets for a living.
And that's
Let
the hardest
professional
part.
spreadsheet man
Yeah.
do the spreadsheet.
That's the hardest part of
Really
dry
good
mead
when you get there, like,
is getting it to present well.
So
So it'll be organized.
made it
Sweet.
out of the. Just gotta take a little
Plate back.
sniff.
So this one's
Good talk.
9.
Can you send me that one? If
Okay,
you
so what we
For
have
the
is
stream. Yeah.
Okay, so entry 9 is Righteous Prima Donna number 108. This is a lingonberry mead with Minnesota wildflower honey.
Okay.
That's promising.
I will say I am biased. If you use Minnesota stuff, probably get an extra point.
I'll give him 50 points out of my arbitrary scale. That
Cool
goes to
stuff.
who knows how many. Maybe it goes to a million. You don't know.
All right, so we've got just a little bit of petulance on that. Was this served cold?
Yes.
Okay.
No comments.
So the Righteous
Boy.
Prima Donna
My man.
is sort of chilled and carbonated. Actually, they're both hydromels. They're both carbonated. They're both sort of chilled. This is going to be a great round.
Fascinating. And the 50 needs to be replaced yet? 20, or did you already do it?
Did I already save the?
So if
overlay.
it's been knocked out,
Yeah,
it's 51.
we're looking at the stream. It needs to,
Stream overlay.
Big Blue needs to get
What's
updated.
that? And do note the stream does have a minute delay.
Yeah.
Oh, I see what he's doing.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So 9 and 28.
9 is
Alright.
the darker, if you want to start with 9.
Mr. Poker Face.
And y'all were saying that I had a poker face.
Yeah. Well, we can load one of these with Reaper. It just says so. When people are ready.
I'm gonna try the second one.
Oh, thank God, it didn't explode. Someone opened a champagne bottle.
The AG helped me because I was scared.
Good work, AJ.
Bluebies. Oh my God.
That is.
Thanks, Tank.
Yeah, these are. This is.
I see what he did there.
These are both
Those
fantastic.
are both great meads.
Mm.
Are you guys ready?
Yeah, my decision.
Super. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. 9 is.
Lingonberry's just.
That's
Yeah.
the darker one, right?
Yeah,
I mean,
it
it's
hits so
insane.
well.
That being
Lingonberry's
said,
good, but
I wish that the darker one had the scent of the lighter one with its keeping its flavor.
Yeah.
Because that scent on the second one
Oh,
is
yeah,
fantastic.
It is still a fantastic meat.
Oh yeah, no, not knocking
But
it
the
at all.
flavors on this one just evolve, and it has a very,
Yeah.
very interesting and complex flavor. That's just
I think
Do
so.
I get a
Tartness,
little bit
the-
of green on the nose? A little.
No.
Just no, not herbal.
I don't get it.
I just smell the tartness and sweetness for the most
But yeah,
part.
no.
it's so good.
Righteous Prima Donna to me, like it's hard to believe it's dry.
Yeah.
I mean, it is.
Might whip out the easy dents at some point for some of
Yeah.
these if we need intermissions.
Yeah.
That would be fun.
I am curious to know what that one's at.
Yeah. But in terms of drinking pleasure, I like drinking Prima Donna better.
Yes.
I would happily drink many bottles of both of them. They're both masterfully crafted meads.
Well, fortunately, we can drink 57 afterward, or 28, excuse me, afterwards, because we'll now have 2 full bottles of it.
But one thing that I'm getting a little bit of Robitussin.
A little bit of Robitussin on the.
Black Knight's left leg.
That's the same thing I was thinking.
Yeah.
It's a little bit of cough syrupy.
Oh, what?
A little bit.
But you almost get that on
I wish cough syrup tasted like that.
yeah.
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 Well, it's not a bad flavor. You just
Yeah,
kind of it's the aroma that I.
If it did, I might use some more often.
Yeah, it just sort of like it's not like, oh, this is
I feel like I could
Robitussin.
pick one of
Yeah.
It's just like somebody
Fun
opened a
weekend.
bottle of Robitussin and set it next to the glass.
Exactly. Like I'm saying, it's not a bad flavor at all.
No, those are wonderful. Okay, so this time we were doing 1 and 8.
We will be doing it 57 and
Nope,
50.
we're gonna do 1 and 8 because we already pre-poured 1 before we understood that these stood for round.
My apologies.
No.
So I was making the. Nah, never mind.
You tried.
So this
I
is one,
tried.
correct?
This is
This
going
is
to be
one.
one.
This is number 1.
What we have here
Ooh,
is slightly.
this is another exciting round. Oh man.
I know.
Yeah, I could drink 9 all day on a hot day.
Yeah.
outside.
Oh yeah.
It'd be very refreshing.
The carbonation was better on 28
I want to drink that with a stack
on
of
the
pancakes.
black night. I was very impressed with
Yeah.
the carb level.
Oh yes, with you.
Oh, and for the audience, everything is nice. is sitting in my kegerator for those of you who wanted stuff that is not at ambient temperature. Everything's been chilling for a day or two in there. Seems like things are going pretty well with all that. Everything else is sitting on my bar, getting ready to be served.
Gift from God. I'm sorry, what was the second one? It was number 8, correct?
Yes.
Yes, the second
Yep.
one is number 8, which will be
It's name and
not
coming.
up yet.
Okay, so number 1 is Greensboro.
Greensboro.
It is a Cabernet Sauvignon, blackcurrant, and chokeberry mead with wildflower and buckwheat.
Okay.
Oh boy.
And then the Champagne Traditional is a blueberry blossom traditional aged Surly. And so I assume that means that he did the Methode Traditionale
Yeah.
because it is beautifully clear.
We'll have to check the bottle at some point. I'm curious to see if there's any sediment in it.
I love the aroma on Greensboro.
Oh God, yeah.
It's got
Comments until after.
I didn't say a comment.
No, he did.
Oh, I'm sorry.
But I'm trying so hard not to comment on something, and then he says it.
I just want to poke fun at like wine judging in general, like buttery, yeah.
You can only taste the grapes.
Tastes like grapes.
So
Except it's not.
do we want to easy dance anything if we think it's really sweet?
I mean, I'm having a hard time believing this one's dry.
Yeah.
It's good, but
Can you grab my easy dance?
I got you.
And then there's a small syringe from Monica that I need. I am guessing that one's going to be around 10:35.
Just how sweet it is.
That wouldn't surprise me.
I hope.
I'm pretty sure it's over 10:15 though. 'Cause that's usually the cutoff for dry sweet, isn't it? Right around there.
Oh, so the sediment is in my yard somewhere. So yeah, he did some riddling and got it on out. I have never gotten that to work. What did you use to make your ice block? Did you just put it in frozen water or otherwise? So what do you guys think about the? We may as well just talk about these ones while we're
Oh, we
doing
did them both?
Yeah.
No.
The funny thing is, I got this on
Something to
almost a
fill the
little
time.
setting, and I can barely hear us talking, just so I know our audio doesn't cut out. But then
Yeah.
every once in a while, Jake will laugh, and it's like I can hear that at almost normal volume.
I have a comment on this one, but I think I'm gonna wait till later.
Yeah.
Okay.
Are we killing time?
Just a little bit because I think this one might be a little too sweet to be in the running.
Gotcha. Do you want to do quick intros of everyone while we're waiting for the
That'd be great.
sweetness
Yeah.
measures?
No, that's irrelevant.
Okay.
That's our host, AJ.
Are you
He's
looking
got
for
a
my
great
easy dance
shirt.
band?
yes, I am.
So it's on the black stuff right at the entryway. It's like at head height. There's one that's broken and one that's the good one. I want to fix it. Another user on one of the discords, their crystalline tube in the center, the expensive part of it, shattered. It had a little tumble, and I've always wanted to go rip apart the guts of it to see what it looks like. And then could you grab a gift towel for me? I'm going to shamelessly shill for these. These are easy dances. They are my favorite tool ever.
Yeah.
They allow a little sample to tell you what you are at.
Yeah, no, the Easy Dens, I've got one as well. It is easily my favorite piece of kit, the most useful mead-making implement that I own. It's life-changing. I cannot stress enough how much, if you can afford one, it's a great thing to have.
10:40.
And then Larry did respond.
1093. I really hope I did not mislabel something. So I like that better. I have a huge sweet tooth. I think we do have to nuke that one from the dry.
Yeah, unfortunately
campaign.
it's not dry, but that one might get my vote
Yeah.
for you got shafted.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll have to go take a look at that user's entries later on and maybe
Yeah.
issue a very formal apology if there's something that was confusing on the website or if we made a mistake on our.
Yeah, I mean, so
Yeah.
that would be, regardless, if we made a mistake, you'll get a You Got Shafted award.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just the way it's going to work. But it's magnificent.
It's a fantastic meeting.
absolutely magnificent. Like, I would buy a bottle of this.
Yeah.
Do we have? Don't we have buys in the sweet round?
No, I actually filled
Yeah.
late last night. Because otherwise, that would have been a great call. We could have just gone and dumped it into the
Yep.
the 60th slot.
So the fruit expression is wonderful. It's very pleasing. Like it's
The nose is amazing.
It's beautifully balanced. I have nothing bad to say about it.
Yeah.
Like you got like a candle with the same scent. I'm very happy.
I absolutely love the champagne tradition.
Yeah.
It's also another masterfully done mead.
I think this is better than most champagnes I've had.
Yeah.
Just
No,
like
I
if
mean,
you go to the store and buy a bottle of champagne, I'd pick this over almost all of those
The
that I've bought.
surly character is there. It is very pleasant. This nice little bready note in there. I think the honey comes through great. I think the carbonation's driving the aroma. Man, it's a good one.
For my wedding with Monica, my parents bought me a very nice bottle of champagne.
Yeah.
And little flutes to go along with it. Oh, hey, you're married! Congratulations, you're a successful adult. That beat that pretty handily.
Just by my own personal taste, I would have voted for this anyway over the other one because while I did really love this, I could tell that they weren't the same thing. Just my taste alone. It was a tale of two cities of one really good sweet and one really good dry.
Yeah.
And
Absolutely.
just based on that, of like, I even liked a subtle like apple flavor almost
Yeah,
in this.
I got a little bit of a fruit note.
I'll get
I'm gonna have to pick your brain later on to figure out what yeast that was, or if you're reading the comments, I suppose you probably can tell us.
And Kyle did mention he did accidentally send this one in as a dry.
Okay.
So we don't have to feel bad. There we go. However, I do enjoy it.
Yes, very good.
Next one should be 5758.
That's correct.
Yeah. So it's got gold. It didn't measure with FG, but the perception is not in the sweet category, and I wouldn't call that like how do you say like so sweet that it's like cloying or anything like that, but just
Thank you.
I mean, like
Yeah.
I said,
Thank
like,
you.
it was a well-balanced mead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh.
It was definitely sweet for me though.
No, I mean,
it wasn't a dry.
it's definitely a sweet mead.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, and especially as I try it back to back with the other, it was pretty sweet.
Yeah, comparing the two directly, it was very obviously not dry.
That's kind of what I ran into, and just being fair to the bracket,
Oh, excuse me.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I've served 57. This is 57 in front of you.
57.
Wow, I'm already at 57 drinks.
Yeah. 50 milliliter pours do eventually catch up to you.
You almost get to double yours.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm doubling it. This will be
So
interesting.
you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 11 drinks, so it's 11 times 30.
330.
Well, that's not so bad. It's only a half bottle of wine over the course of 3-4 hours, or 6 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's actually a reasonable note.
That's not so bad.
Especially if you ate before you came,
Mhm.
which I think all of us had to enjoy today. Good job.
I'm getting there. I'm starting to digest finally.
That was a good plan.
So,
Midwestern hot
thank you.
dish.
Mead 57 is a orange blossom traditional. That is Penla. Mead 58 is a pineapple guava passion fruit mead.
Ooh.
Are we going?
Yep.
Oh, wow.
Whoa, what is that finish?
If I have a question, it's not really putting input, right?
No, like if you got,
What is the aftertaste
Yeah.
of this? I can't quite put my tongue on it.
It's almost like a menthol, but
Almost
not.
minty.
Yeah.
It's
I was
medicinal
gonna say
flavor.
toothpaste.
Yeah, I was catching that nose. I was trying to not.
But
What is
before
it?
we get
Minty, he said toothpaste.
before we get too much into it, let's definitely
Yeah.
do our voting and then
Hold on, I gotta
discuss.
try this out for a
Is
second.
everyone ready?
He's still doing his.
You all good?
Fuck.
We're gonna have intermission for a second. Can you?
I'm good. I'm good.
I got you.
Yeah.
It looks like we had a
little spill.
gusher
Oh,
in a cork bottle.
don't worry about it, love. Can you help her?
Yeah.
Yeah. You know her
I'm
stuff.
good. I'm
Stuff.
good. I'm good.
Make sure of it.
We'll figure out which one that was, but somebody had a cork pop on us, and it got a little.
I have mine.
Always are going to be a few.
Wait for Zach.
Thank you.
Let's cast. We can cast our votes. They're going to be a second.
1 second, I need a second.
Yeah.
I'm ready.
All right.
I'm ready as well.
Oh, a divided vote.
Oh, that's
1, 2. All right,
4.
that's 4.
I like them both. For the record,
Interesting.
I could just drink more of this one.
Yeah, I believe it. I did the toothpaste is off-putting for me.
See, my vote personally, I don't know why, but I didn't really like this one.
So-
It's a little too
Well-
herbal for me, I think.
Well, so I think this one needs to be sweeter.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I was drinking, I was like, I'm not a fan.
We're discussing.
A tad bit of sweetness.
Yeah, I mean, and again, these are both very well crafted meats.
Mhm.
I mean, this year is, and I hope I'm not cursing us, but you know, like this year and last year. I mean, last year, I mean, everything we had was good.
I was-
Just about.
I was really amazed by last year, the level of meats we had.
I was expecting to get a few stinkers, and we did get any last year. and-
I get the mint. I just don't. I don't like.
I don't dislike.
I don't dislike it. I don't get the toothpaste vibe. Like,
So
there's
yeah,
definitely
there's-
something that give a toothpaste vibe.
Mhm.
My decision was based on, you said this was supposed to be orange blossom, and I don't, I'm gonna be honest, I don't taste the orange at all. Like
Well,
you said, it tastes,
there's no orange in orange.
well,
blossom.
Well,
yeah.
Orange Blossom is the one honey that
When you-
does taste like
Yeah.
Orange Blossom.
I normally don't get orange out of orange blossom. I just sort of get more.
I get a little bit,
generic
you get
citrusy.
more,
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
but
A little bit.
in terms of this one, it just felt, the finish felt like a blast on the palate too much to where
Mhm.
it just threw off the rest of the entire drink
Yeah.
to me. Like, maybe it equals out a little bit with, like you said, with a little bit more sweetness.
Yeah.
But just in terms of, it
15
felt
or
like I was getting
48.
punched in the face.
Yeah.
Like,
No, I mean, and I, you know, like you're right. Like, you know, if I were wearing my BJCP hat, like this one would not have scored
So
well.
sorry.
Yeah.
Right, because I mean, it's delicious, but it's more like basswood character. Than it is
Yeah,
orange blossom.
yeah.
And we're judging based on what we like, not necessarily
Correct.
on what it was
Yeah.
supposed to be.
Correct.
Right.
Cool.
I mean, unless
Um,
it's not dry.
are you
it's
able to
supposed
read-
be
Oh,
dry.
yeah. But that's it.
Are you able to read out what was in the island punch again? It was a couple of really interesting fruit.
Pineapple, guava, and passion fruit.
Passion fruit, yeah.
Mm.
I think people probably may have liked that one more if they could identify the flavor.
Mm-hmm.
Those are hard fruits that people haven't had a lot of time experiencing, so you
I
kind
think
of
the
get this.
guava comes across a little strong.
The guava's a battery acid if you don't make it behave. I've made some battery acid mead with it for sure. I want to play with it more because it's really fun flavor.
Yeah.
I feel like just a tad bit more notes of pineapple would really make this pop.
Yeah. A little bit of sweetness,
want-
maybe a little bit more acidity even.
Yeah,
But
but
there's a ton of dry
for,
fruits that could go
for
in
a dry,
Yeah.
yeah, absolutely lovely. I don't think you could improve this within the constraints.
5 points.
Yeah.
5 points sweetness. I think that's what it needs.
Yeah.
Okay.
I remember that
We have a.
comment. Last year
No
I was
alcohol
taking
use.
a drink of mine. Every time y'all took a drink, about halfway through, I noticed that every half the time you were drinking, it was water.
So he was having a great time.
Who?
Tiger Pat.
Oh,
One of the commenters.
Yeah. He was a hoot last time too. Always has some really good comments.
And the comments got more interesting the longer it went, because everyone was joining us on the drinks.
Who's got the jug of water? I could use some.
It's
right
over in the
behind
back
you.
of
Give and Will.
Yeah.
Who
So-
needs water?
I
That's
probably
a
should
water
get
out.
some.
Yeah,
we have,
we
we have
should
glasses
all-
for everyone.
Yeah. In theory, there's 2 next to Monica. Hey, Joe, we'll bring them. Thanks, man.
Yeah, of
Are
course.
you drinking alongside us?
Not yet.
What do you mean? You missed out on all these so far?
So far. Ugh.
Thanks, man.
Gotta make sure there's enough for the judges.
We just are sampling the ones that get knocked out, because there's plenty of that in open bottles.
I'll drink anything once.
You should definitely try that one though.
You should- yeah.
Number one.
And I'm almost happy that one kind of got disqualified, because now
No, you can do it.
now we have more bottles that we can just enjoy.
Thanks,
How many bottles you
Oh,
could have
God.
2? 1?
We got, in theory, we got 750 milliliters of everything.
Okay.
So thank you, Kyle, for the mead. We'll enjoy it later.
Does it count as getting shafted if they entered it wrong? It's more like you shafted yourself.
I was gonna
not,
say, that's a huge shaft to yourself, because I definitely would have rated that pretty highly in terms of.
Yeah, if that was
it
the
in
sweet
right
bracket, that
category.
had a shot to win, in my opinion. It was
We
good.
need 2 more glasses that are next to Monica.
Are we going to take a break between the dry and sweets?
Yes. Yeah.
Because I already feel by the time we're done with this bracket, I'll need a moment to reset the palate.
Mhm.
Have some crackers.
So
that
what we
helps a
need
lot.
to do is a one you shafted yourself before.
That's when we give him the you tried
That's
star.
I still have that. I didn't. I was too guilty
The
to
participation
send that to
trophy?
anyone.
Yeah.
No,
This is
we
if
should
you
totally,
tried.
totally do that.
Yeah, I can make more. I'll make a couple of those. One because I've got one that failed, which is even better. The print came out and like the letters didn't quite stick, and I was like, that's just on my desk now. I was just
I'm
going
good. I've got my own water.
Perfect.
Thank you though.
Yep. We should totally send him the You Tried award.
It comes with a little stand and everything.
Yeah, it's like a little star that pivots on this little stand, and it's like a totally misshapen star. I think it's somehow spelled incorrectly, I think, too. It's phenomenal.
Alright,
Oh,
what do we have?
okay, we actually have to.
Yeah, actually, I think I have to be
15.
serious.
1-5.
Okay.
Okay, entry 15 is Orange Blossom Traditional.
Oh boy,
14%
that's promising.
ABV, dry, served, chilled.
I'm really glad this table is working out.
I love this table.
So we were supposed to be outside, like we were last year, but like I said, we're now in my tiny little basement. This is, I mean, it's a big table. It fits a lot of people, but oh boy, it's a small basement for this. But it's all fitting.
The champagne one needs to be recorked, so it's going to take a second to recork that one to make sure it doesn't go flat, and then we will pour number 48 after that.
So we should be able to cap the champagne bottles.
Pancake, pancake, oh pancake.
We've
And
got a
my
little
dog.
dog on set.
Dog on set.
He just wants to be on camera and say hi.
Hey, Will, can you kill the? We're gonna take a 5-minute break here.
Yeah, next year if we need a bigger basement, we can always
Yep.
grab ours. We've got that giant table too.
Come on.
We'll have options.
Up you go.
Well, this is really nice.
Yeah, the table's great.
But I think part of it too is having to move everything because I know he called a few people last night to try to figure out what the options were, and that short of notice.
My friend had a baby on purpose.
We're back early, folks.
There you go.
All right.
purpose.
Sorry about
I
that.
like that.
We have a very big dog that wants to come play with all the bottles, and that's not going to be allowed this time around. Normally, he's allowed down here when we're playing and hanging out and stuff. But sorry, buddy, you're exiled.
Okay. So the second one coming out is Tennis Pyment. I don't know anything about this one.
Well, it's probably a Pyman.
It's probably a Pyment.
But that's not necessary. If it's not, and it's just a misnomer, that could be fun. But
Are you ready to vote?
No.
A lot of
yeah,
silence.
I need a minute on this
Very
one.
contemplative. Contemplative.
Commentative?
Contemplative.
Again, they're both exceptional meats.
I think this is the closest one we've had so far.
Nothing's been bad so far.
No.
Out of
And that's
the
something we were surprised by last year was that there
Okay.
was no.
I think I'm ready.
out
like-
of the You Got Screwed award, is it one for dry, one for sweet?
So I mean,
One.
if you feel strongly about it, then we can do one for dry and one for sweet.
Mhm.
But I mean, like,
It's currently one for judge.
We'll figure something out.
Yeah,
We're
well,
not gonna throw
it's-
some money for it. And if you want to sponsor one on your own, you're more than welcome to.
I'll sponsor one if we can do a dry and a sweet.
So a couple of people are asking how many entries there are. There are 16 in this bracket and 32 in the suites. Are we ready?
Yep.
Ready.
Like the dart.
Pyman.
Pyman.
Yeah.
Light.
Okay,
five
that's
to
4. So Pyman advances.
No, 4-3.
Yeah.
Am I?
Jake,
Wait,
what's
were
different?
Which one?
I had the Pyman.
I'm
Oh,
going to the
that's
original.
Oh, you did do the trad.
Yeah.
I thought you were pointing at the Pyman.
So
Nope, I'm on the
Pyment,
trad.
Pyment, Pyment, Pyment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
4 to 3.
Yeah, it is still 4 to 3. It's 4 to 3. Pyman
okay,
advances.
I'm sorry.
But
I think I transposed you
I thought
too.
you said Pyment, so I thought you picked up Pyment. I wasn't looking.
Yeah.
I don't.
Um,
I said
the
words.
uh,
I don't know.
the
I'm just pointing. It's easier.
That's what I was doing, but then I was talking about something else, and I think I got confused. I don't remember what I was saying.
I
It was a
like,
whole
I like sweet beans
minute
better
ago. Yeah.
than dry beans.
I think this one is too high ABV for me
Oh, you think?
to be dry.
I can see that.
I think that the aroma is excellent.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
I think that the honey character comes through pretty well, but I think it's just a little bit hot.
Yeah.
I mean, you know,
Yeah.
he said this one was 14. I kind of really like my dry trads in like the 11-12% range. You know, just so you don't have to compete against that alcohol.
The only dry trads of mine that I have liked, you know, as I'm brewing at 18% or more, they take years before I'm really happy with them, and I still probably only get 3/4 of them. I was like, yeah, we're gonna go mix that with something, use it to blend.
The Pyman, I think the aroma is again really good.
Yeah.
I think the honey expression comes through, the grape expression comes through. It's very pleasing to drink. I would like to have a nice big steak with this.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
That was where my thought was, is that anything where I was substituting a red wine, and you gave this to me, I could be very happy with that with food. I think this was not the greatest presentation for it here.
Yeah, I mean,
just-
because
yeah.
it needs,
I think it needs a pairing.
yeah.
Go get some steak real quick.
Well, if you're gonna start
I
the
mean-
barbecue.
Yeah, my comment is I went with the orange blossom because the orange blossom character comes through really well.
Mhm.
I see what you're saying. The finish is a little hot. It's a little off. So I see what you're saying with the little too high ABV. But I think that with the Pyman, I'm also just not that big of a fan of red wine, of strong wines. This has a very strong wine characteristic. Which, if that's what you like, that's what you're going for. Doesn't surprise me. It's moving on. That's just not my preference.
Yeah.
I love Pymans.
Yeah.
Oh, you don't say.
You don't say.
He's got like 60 gallons of pint sitting in his basement.
It's a very good example of what it's trying to be.
It was a difference of the finishes, like you
Okay,
said, for me.
so the
Was that
next
good to
one
have a couple more people
is
joining the chat? Just
Oh, yep.
saying hi to everybody.
52 and 10. Is that what's next?
Yep,
Yep.
52
Correct.
and 10 is coming
And
up.
question before we're in the middle: has anybody noticed any defects with any of them? Because I haven't been able to pick up
No.
any
No.
defects.
Not as a
Were you here for this?
amateur.
Were you here for the sensory stuff? No.
You know, I got some of the after
Okay.
trials where you
Yeah.
like to mess with us.
Yeah. So you don't usually see something that's like defective. Like, I mean, everyone can taste it.
Yeah.
Normally, what we call a defect is going to be balance issues, where something is like too acidic. That one's really easy to do. Where if you were following a recipe that tells you to put acid in the beginning, and you get to the end, you're like, oh shit, there's too much acid. Well, you can't take it out. There's no magic de-aciding tools. I mean, there are, but typically you don't have that sitting around in your cellar.
I got you. Sorry, what happened?
Oh, it just logs out after
It
like
just
10
logs.
minutes.
Yeah. Even though I'm in there clicking links and shit, it just
Yeah.
logs you out.
To follow up on that, I mean, I don't think anyone's
Let's go
going to
Blake.
purposely throw something they know defective
Yeah.
at us unless they.
Hello, I am.
Unless it's
You obviously haven't judged many meat competitions.
No, I have not.
Sometimes some of them have been rough.
Sometimes
Yeah, but
it's
none of them have been
Jake.
skunked or super oxidized or anything
Like last year, we had 2 people
Getting
who
no
got
baby
openly
vomit.
admitted
Yeah.
this is my first meat, and we're all ready.
Yeah, we're like, okay, nervous,
Forget
but
that
it's
one,
still
these
slacked.
52 and
I've
Don't
done
forget that one,
beer.
too.
So good for like
Yeah.
first.
52.
It tastes exactly like it smelled.
Does
Okay,
anyone
so
need anything else? More water? A different carb?
I'm good.
Good.
Mm-hmm.
Doing great.
I think with that one, that's the one time I would like. If I had to pick 2, I'd go the onion wine any day of the week.
I would too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
okay.
I don't want to know what you guys tasted then.
So we're getting 52 and 10 up on the roll.
Have you had the onion meat?
Yes, I have. Yes.
Okay.
He said I'd rather go with the onion meat over something else, and I'm like, I don't want to know what that
It's-
something else
It's
is.
a infection vector called, described as baby vomit.
Yeah.
Oh, no, I know what you're talking about. Yes, because I tried that, remember?
Yes.
Yeah.
52.
I'm so
Yeah,
disappointed.
you were here for that one.
I watched you dry heaving into a garbage can.
And that made a couple other people try heave. And I
including
still want
me.
that clip alone of everyone just going, yep.
This is 10.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So 10 is the Cab Franc Clover Bench Blend. So it's Cabernet Franc from Washington State and Wildflower Honey.
Okay.
AJ, your shirt got a compliment.
Yay!
Yeah, so we had previously done a recording, to do some prep work for this, and unfortunately the audio calling wasn't quite right, and we had started a load of laundry behind me and stuff, and so the stream that we were hoping to go set up that was like us tasting these like 20, 25, sensory defects, the audio was shot. And I did not want to go try another 25 of those just to make the audio track a little better.
You did pretty good in that video too, in terms of like picking out generally the flavor profiles. I think the only
Yeah.
one that threw us off was Hefeweizen.
Yeah.
And that's because
Oh.
someone said bubble gum.
Yeah.
And so we were looking for bubblegum the whole time, there just wasn't one.
Yeah. We were live.
That was weird.
That was the mental game.
Because we were solid it was bubblegum.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I mean,
And we were told what it was, and we're like, oh yeah, it's definitely bananas. What was that? That was weird.
when we were bottling it, right? Neil said, "Oh, I know what that is. It's bubblegum."
Yeah, and so we're like, oh yeah, it's bubblegum. Because as soon as he said it, we tasted it.
And then he went and looked at the. I swear he went and looked at the book and said, "Yep, bubblegum."
I recall that happening.
That's the story I was told.
And that's why when I went back and we were done tasting, I'm like, where's this? And I went and I searched the
one is
whole
this
book
one?
for bubblegum. I couldn't find it.
And you guys were so confident in how you
Yeah.
were saying it. I was like, it's
We
not.
trusted a man and we shouldn't have.
This one is spice citrus spruce
Oh my.
with wildflower honey, orange juice and zest, ginger, cardamom, clove, cinnamon, and spruce tips.
So this is 10 and this is 52, correct?
Yeah.
Yes. Ooh, wow.
48 did move on the bench, but 48 is next, or is a
Oh wow.
Mm.
did not move
It's a little petulant.
Remind me,
Was
what's
it-
petalent?
I like the clove.
Slightly bubbly, but not carbonated. Like bubbly.
on. Did
Like, I just don't get that very often.
Hmm?
I'll say later.
did not.
I'm ready to vote.
A lot of strong computers already.
1 second.
10 is dark, 52 is light.
Actually, I vote when we are ready to vote. Just raise your hand.
Yeah.
Ready?
1, 4, and 4, 0.
Peer pressure. Decide.
Well, if it was not done, then.
I'm ready, I just didn't want to keep my hand up.
All right. Call it.
Oh.
Oh wow. I did not think that was going to be universal. That was really hard for me.
That was
Oh,
really
it was very easy for me.
Yeah.
It would be hard if it wasn't going against this, which I just
Oh.
did not care for as
So
much.
I love the smell
I
of the
think
clove.
this was the one that was the gusher And I think that the petulance is really screwing with the flavor profile.
Yeah, just increased acidity and
Yeah. And so I think there's a little re-fermentation in the bottle.
yeah, happens.
It's a little hot on the end.
Yeah, it's a little hot, and I just think that that's a defect from the re-fermentation.
But on the other side, the spruce, all of those spices that you named, like the clove, everything comes through so beautifully.
I
It's
thought
it's probably one of the best herbals I've had in a long time.
I would agree
you
with
listed
that.
out a whole spiel. I'm like, oh, this is gonna be muddy. We're not gonna taste any of these.
I got all of them.
Sharp. All of them. It's like, wait,
Yeah.
with the spruce
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
not like overdone. It's really
Spruce,
easy
a
to.
little bit of clove, a
Yeah.
little bit of cinnamon, and so well balanced in
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
All of those are spices that you can easily fuck up by
Especially clove.
way overdoing.
Clove and
Yeah.
spruce are not ones that you normally can find
Spruce.
edible form that aren't like a candle or a scent that is still good, and that was very well balanced.
I think the spruce and the
Bath
nose
and
just
Body Works in the
presents
cup.
beautifully in
Yeah.
terms of like you can tell instantly like
Yeah, this is very good example.
Oh, clear.
That one is going to be
Very
a
clear.
contender for a little while, I think.
Yeah.
But I
Very
still
good
like,
aroma,
I
very
still
good
like
flavor.
the dark one.
Yeah.
I still like the dark one. I just
It's
really
good.
like
It's
the
just
spruce.
this is amazing.
I just wanted
It's
to
the
call out
problem.
we were
Yeah.
talking about the I just wanted to call out that it's also
Yeah.
good.
Mhm.
Yeah, no. I mean, it's not bad, right? But I think that wasn't the mead that the intern intended to
Yeah.
send.
Mhm.
entirely.
And I like if I just sort of like taste past the petulance and try to imagine what it would be
Mhm.
with a still mouth feel and without the extra acid from the carbonation, I think that's a much better balanced mead than it is in this glass.
Yeah, I would have loved to have tried it like that.
Yeah.
My
and,
last-
and honestly, we may open the other bottle in the after show and see if it's also a gusher because it may not have re-fermented.
Yeah, could have been a bottle contamination.
Yeah, which we need to open the other one anyway in case it is re-fermented.
What were you about to say?
So this one I liked a lot, but I started with the clove, and I just got another sample of it here. Started with the clove, mid was the cinnamon, and then the finish being the spruce. When I'm drinking it, that's very engaging. I feel like I'm not going to drink a pint and it's going to be the same pint the whole way through. It's just like, one consistent flavor. It's just like, oh, each sip of this is interesting, engaging, very
It
unique.
evolves. It has
Yeah.
a lot of complexity
This
that
should
makes it
be
shine.
10 and 40.
This is 14.
So you have
1-4.
14 and 40.
Yeah, the evolution of that was just really nice, and all
Mhm.
all the different parts of drinking it melded together very well.
Did
it wasn't
we-
a
oh,
harsh
sorry.
transition. No, go.
Did we get a post in Discord going for this in the meat hall?
I did post link.
Okay, cool. And then we got the sticky on Reddit.
I messaged the moderators and asked them to sticky it, and I think I posted to the Facebook
yeah.
group as well.
Looks like RFF has said done. Damn, I can read 12-point font 12 feet away.
Zach, you should be able to do.
Sorry.
You can't read 12-point font for 5 feet away.
Okay.
I cannot read a
12-point
single
font.
word on that screen.
I know.
I can see that there are pictures and there are lines. Mine is
Okay.
real
We
bad.
tried.
All right. So entry 14 is called the dryness.
Oh boy.
And it is a traditional mead with Yaupon holly honey. Never heard of
I
that.
don't even know what that is.
Don't even know what that is.
One more time, Yaupa?
Yaupon holly honey.
I mean, it's got to be holly, but
Oh, yeah,
what is it? What's that varietal
I mean,
holly?
I-
Maybe it's a
from
regional
somewhere?
thing.
Is it? Yeah,
I
it could
do
be.
suggest learning it.
I could go Google it on my phone, but I have to manage the stream. Someone else can go Google it.
We
How
have
do you
pocket
spell that?
computers. Yaupon.
Just for in case you make any future meads.
Thank you so much.
This
How
one
many are
is
Yaupon honey?
Puna Punch. It is a hibiscus mead with vanilla.
Ooh, talk dirty.
So yeah, it's a specific kind of North American holly that is not found anywhere else.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't give any other characteristics of flavor or
Ooh,
smell.
that's a lovely aroma.
It's hard.
It's
It really is. Oh.
Oh, easy. That's just preference though, but that's easy.
I got my decision.
Oh yeah.
Thank you.
All right, we ready?
Yes.
1, 2, 3, 4. 1034.
Oh wow. So if
What
we're
is?
So
This
we've
is
got
1034.
1034.
so
1035.
so I guess the question is
Yeah.
do you feel that it presents as dry?
Yeah.
There's
The-
15, or there's 5 votes for 14 and 2 votes
Oh.
for 40.
I might have had a contaminated sample from the previous. That 1090 took a little bit of flushing since I don't have it on a plate.
Yeah.
Do we have an extra plate?
Let me just put it a little bit.
Not down here currently.
No, it's okay. I mean, we got this for a reason. Yeah. Okay. I like 1009.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Hey Brian, it tastes very sweet and it's delicious. I can't
Yeah.
believe that's 1009. I
Yeah.
was like, oh,
I don't get any
yeah.
sense out of that.
Where were the votes? Because I
Also-
was for the yellow
There
pond.
was
Before we
5
get too
I
out
voted
of
for the
this,
bunch.
there
What was
was
the
2
what's
for
the
this.
finishing flavor in there? Is that cinnamon or what is that?
It might be the holly.
I don't know.
I think that's a straight honey
Yeah.
character.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
Which is
straight
why
for
I'm
me.
like,
Yeah.
oh my gosh, you got that much honey expression on something that's 1010.
Yeah. I mean, it's absolutely incredible.
Yeah.
Masterfully crafted mead.
That's-
I mean, I think to me it wasn't even close between the two. They were both good meads.
Yeah.
I would drink whole glasses of them, but the dryness was just. I think that's probably one of the best dry traditionals I've
Yeah.
ever had.
The
The-
dry presenting as a sweet is incredible.
Mhm. The vanilla dominated in this one for me. I would have liked more hibiscus. Yeah, that's about it.
I'm wondering if that local honey variant has to do with anything of how
Yeah.
it stayed presenting pretty sweet, even though it wasn't.
Okay, so the next round should be 1 and 8. No, we
We
did
already
1
did
and
that.
8, so
54 and
54 and 32. Oh yeah, 54. I think that was the piment, right?
When would you like me to order the food? Because it'd probably be a little while before it got here.
Yeah,
Like in
what
the-
time?
It's
Oh
okay.
gosh, it's
currently
noon.
Yeah, Fellow 58.
We can talk
We're
as soon as
about
we
to
finish
kill the bracket.
Yeah, kill the bracket. I kind of would like to go kill the.
We'll put the order in then, and then it'll be ready.
Oh yeah, I suppose that'd be a time for intermission.
Yeah.
Yeah. What are we
So
thinking for
probably
food?
I was go order Old Southern for everybody, so it'd take a while to get here with delivery. That's why I'm saying
Okay.
order it in
I'm
advance.
assuming that's barbecue.
Yeah.
Yeah, shit, that sounds good.
Yeah, let's finish this
That's what I cleared
bracket
with you
real
previously.
quick, and then we'll put our order.
That was 4 score and 7 beers ago.
Dryness is
I want the Civil War with my beard.
109.
Wonder what having a beard is like.
a little bit of facial hair now.
Yeah.
What's it like then?
Do you want some on mine?
Yeah, you can have
I
it.
would take it.
You can take it.
I still have to shave every day, so I
Oh.
mean,
I was gonna say shaving gets old.
I know.
I just stopped shaving. My
Day
5 o'clock.
3.
It's worse that I have to shave every day, and if I don't shave, it's just
Day
patchy.
2.
I stopped doing it. 5 o'clock shadow comes back around 10. I'm like, no.
Oh, that was one of Kyle's.
Who is this?
Hmm?
Kyle.
Oh, just some of a lot of these are people that we know either online or on Discord. I mean, that's the only place I advertise this stuff. I think a couple of people have slapped it into Facebook groups and stuff, but that's where we're more known in. So.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Little
All right. Oh wow. Okay. Okay. So we're getting 2 of them. Do you want me to go ahead and tell you about the meats now? Or
Yeah,
you
sure.
wanna-
Yeah,
okay.
sounds good.
All
The
right.
names
So
intrigue me.
54 is Tears Vindra. It's a Malbec piment made with avocado blossom honey.
Okay.
And the 32 is a bourbon piment that is 16% dry, clover and Tupelo honey, Chardonnay grapes, aged in a used bourbon barrel.
Okay over there?
The chat needs to stay PG-13.
Oh, I got it. I'm gonna send him something about that.
Please.
This.
Beard is the biggest expression of manliness.
It's even funnier 'cause that's his face.
Why is that not PG-13?
No, I'm just chocolate.
Because it's a dick joke.
Yeah, it's a
I get it now.
Is that what you took this morning?
He'll tell you when you're older.
I thought he
Oh
was
my
just
God, isn't it?
complimenting my beard.
It's both. On the way to.
I also don't shave.
Good man.
I mean, I just like basically when I start getting a flavor saver, so when the
Yeah.
mustache
Little-
starts curling over the top of the lip, I just buzz it all off and.
Yeah, I've got the misfortune of this is all I can really grow in any thickness, so I have to shave that every day, like back, like so I don't put flavor saver, like you said. But anything that grows over here, just completely patchy and terrible. So.
Yeah, this is what Zach
So-
does if he has a week where he just doesn't pay attention to it. Like he can't see.
I thought that was like 2-3 hours.
This is
32. 3-2.
Difference, about 12.
Right, that's a couple hours.
Do we
that's from this
have
morning.
who?
But that's in brushing.
Well, I'm not supposed to know.
We need to be impartial.
Were you asking?
I was going to ask whose entry was 32, but I guess maybe not until we.
I mean, I know, but I'm not going to tell
Yeah,
you.
yeah, that's why I stopped asking.
Which, full disclosure, I've had a surprising number of these meets before, and I am fair. I'm not playing favorites. I promise you.
How was Meat Stampede?
Oh god, it was a lot of fun. So last week I was out at Meat Stampede. It's a great competition down in Oklahoma City. We had a great time, and I just have to sort of peg. We had the first annual Sean Bross Award for Excellence in Lactamel that we awarded last week, so we had 2 Lactamels in Meat Stampede, and one of them was clearly. I mean, like the best example of a lactamel that I've ever had is this lovely horchata lactamel. And so I awarded the Sean Bross Award for Excellence in Lactamel unknowingly to Sean Bross.
Awesome. It's also the award's named after him for a reason.
So the light is
It's a
32 and the dark
bomb
is
me.
54, correct?
Yep.
Okay.
I didn't know that was your water bottle for a second. I thought you were just swinging out of one of the competition ones.
This got DQ'd. It's mine now.
That better not be the one.
I need another one.
That was in a comment.
So,
Ready? No. Alright.
Seriously?
Yep.
Yes, I
Are you flicking it off?
No.
No, just pointing.
Those are both fantastic. I love bourbon and oak heavy expressions.
What?
Yeah, they're really hard to compete with.
Shines so well.
It
That tastes like bourbon.
Yeah,
It's crazy.
those are really hard to score as a judge. Oh,
it displays perfectly for the barrel aging. Like that, I think that's what set it over for me. Is you can taste the barrel flavor so much, and it adopted it so well.
No, they're both fantastic meats.
yeah.
My opinion, I think the bourbon one is a bit hot to be dry.
I can see that. No, but does it? If you go into it thinking bourbon, is that a defect?
No. I mean,
Yeah.
but I'm talking here drinking pleasure.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right. So I mean, like, they're both impeccably made meats. I think you're right. I think the bourbon character comes across greatly. And like this is something that I might score this differently if I'm wearing BJCP hat.
Yes.
Right. But it's I'm asking myself, how much more of this do I want to drink?
Yes.
Mhm.
Right. And like while you're right, like the
Yeah.
barrel character's there, the bourbon character's excellent, is very well made mead. I just think that it's a little bit hot to be enjoyable for me.
See,
Yeah, I think-
in my opinion, that accentuates the bourbon character. Of
Yeah,
it.
and
Because it shoots like a shot of bourbon.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
you drink it. If you told me this was just a glass of bourbon, I might believe you.
Yeah. It's too smooth
Yeah.
for that, but I mean it.
But I I could be convinced.
Yeah. And this is what, like, we're calling 14% alcohol, something.
Yeah.
Who knows? Does it say an entry?
So this one's 16.
16? Okay. You know, if it didn't have the piment backing on this, it would be thin.
Mhm.
That body coming from the grapes is so important.
Yeah.
And that's one of the big things that I am really appreciative of this, because I've done this combo before and I've not had something that I enjoy drinking that much. It's really easy to add oak and bourbon.
Mm-hmm.
It's a little bit more hard to balance it, especially while dry.
Mhm.
I think it could have been more meaty if it was sweet. Mead, not meat, but yeah. I don't know. Just my
I, don't know,
thoughts.
I mean, I think even 5 to 10 points
Yeah.
on the bourbon, I think would, you know, I think that'd cool it off. I think that'd
Pull
make
my
it.
leg. It should be sweeter.
Yeah, you
I-
know, and you know, I mean, I think
Yeah.
even 5 or 10 points, it would
Mhm.
still probably present as
Present as dry.
but it would just round off.
Round it.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I mean, that's really my thinking.
I think for me it comes with, like, definitely as he said, where it comes with a little personal bias of
Oh,
like,
yeah, no.
it reads as a really nice barrel aged saison. If I was gonna say from like a beer perspective,
Yeah.
is that's like if I was gonna compare it to something, it would that, and that's probably one of my favorite styles.
Mhm.
So I think that's where my brain just goes. This is
That's pretty cool.
much more to what my taste would be, whereas you want something lighter where I like this, the harshness of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's also characteristic of it's whiskey versus wine.
Yeah.
Which do you like better? I greatly prefer whiskey, so that's why it gets my vote. But this is the other one. Still, it's very. It tastes just like a good bottle of wine. Like
Is this the end of the
there's
dry
nothing
run?
wrong with it. There's no
Yes.
Yeah.
bad
we
things to
have-
say about
We're
it.
halfway through.
No, this is one of the meads that this
Yeah.
the
I'm not
one
a
that
fan.
didn't advance. I've had it before, and I really think that it's one of the most lovely dry piments that I've ever had. I mean,
It's fantastic.
it's-
So what was the vote? What was
Really?
the split?
The whiskey advanced.
The
Whiskey
whiskey
advanced.
advanced.
Okay.
Also, I just
The
ran it through
bourbon
Easy Dense. It was
advanced.
0.9. Oh, it just flipped up to 1 flat.
Yeah. So
That's dry.
You know, like I said.
Also, it's no residual sugar.
Yeah.
Like
Like I said,
there's a couple
I
of
only
points
saw it
because
here, so
at
I
this
thought we
point
were
it can actually go a bit below 1.
Okay.
Yeah.
But-
So you know, like I said, 5 to 10
5 points. Yeah.
5 to 10 points, and like I think it still presents as dry, but rounds it off so that it's more enjoyable.
Which one is this, sorry?
This is number 9 that I've put out.
I'm good with that there for a second. Was this one that you had left over?
Yeah, that's Jake said to take mine for some reason.
Because he wanted to measure them,
Oh,
and he finished his.
that's his science experiment.
And so 9 and
51.
51.
Comments are a little surprised, I guess.
Oh, let's see.
We saw an oof.
Oof, weekend of
Zach,
upsets,
I
a
can-
lot of emojis.
Zach, I need you to
Oh,
point out your
that
shirt.
was an oofta.
Oh, what are you wearing?
Oofta.
Proudly representing Minnesotan here.
What are they oofing
They
They thought
Was it my
the
oof?
tears was gonna be a showstopper.
Yeah, Kears is. I mean, it's a well-respected mead among a cohort of people.
Okay.
And it was phenomenal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just talking about palates and preference of everyone at the
Yeah.
table. The whiskey advanced.
It
Happen to
definitely.
be whiskey people.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
Monica would have voted for the other one for sure.
And I gave Tears my vote because I would enjoy drinking more of it when, like you said, the bourbon. I don't know if I want to drink a full glass of it. I'll enjoy a little bit, but after
Yeah.
that,
For me, I want to drink the entire
And-
bottle by myself. So.
And it may fatigue. As we get to the end, you know, this we say this is too much for my palate after a while. That's the point of trying these some more.
Okay. Would y'all like me to
And
revisit?
keep in mind that
batch
the
details?
extra vote for your favorite at the
I
end.
would,
So
yes.
if that was
Yeah,
one you
please.
really loved and you're upset it got eliminated, keep it in mind.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so do I need to revisit? So, Righteous Prima Donna is again the Lincolnberry Wildflower mead.
The lighter one.
No,
Nine?
the darker one.
Oh, the dark. Okay, 51.
Okay. And then,
Oh,
no,
no,
no.
straight, my bad.
Maybe I've got it backwards.
I think
So-
I thought the Lincolnberry one was a little bit lighter. So
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the darker one's the blue.
Yeah,
though.
yeah.
Mhm.
Darker
Sorry,
one
it's
is
backwards on the
blue.
screen, my bad.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
did that wrong.
Darker one is blue. Lighter one is Lincolnberry.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, drink.
Well, that is.
did we test this one?
No, but I wouldn't call that above the.
I don't think so either, but I'd be curious to see the number.
You can always slap it down. I am going to need to get a plate here eventually. Maybe when AJ has a chance.
Plate?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, that's everybody. Primo.
No.
Yep, that's pretty universal.
Yeah.
Lingonberry.
Lube is great, but
Lingonberry slaps.
yeah, that prima donna lingonberry business is slaps.
Fantastic.
Comment, fire sale and tears, Vindra, everything must go.
Yeah.
We've gotten Jake to start using the word slaps.
Oh, sorry.
Slowly over time.
I'm working on it.
I know, he said it just now without pausing.
Thanks, man.
I think just the thing I like about the Lincolnberry one is it's just so refreshing. Like,
And
I
it's
could keep drinking
the
it
right
without
level
getting-
of complex.
Yeah.
So it won't get boring, it's refreshing, it's light, it's delicious.
Yeah, it's so light.
I feel like the
I could drink a
blue,
bottle of
which
this.
is very good, needs like a dinner or a
Mhm.
aperitif or something in front of it.
I could take it out for dinner.
Show it a nice knife.
PG-13.
What?
I-
I
I-
didn't say.
You're the one who's going
Hold on.
there.
You had to take.
Not
I'm trying to make it funny. I'm not trying to say I'm actually complaining about
That
it.
comes after
Jake's
dinner.
famous humor.
Oh, you're saying I'm not funny?
He hasn't drawn a dick yet.
Jake's famous humor.
He does make us laugh.
Mostly at his laugh.
Whoa.
It's
Wow.
infectious.
Hold on. It's a contributing factor.
I'm moving on.
Moving on.
Next round should be 57-48. Am I
Who
reading that?
advances on 51?
Nine.
Nine.
My apologies.
No, you're good.
I was making fun of Jake and that became the priority.
Lovely.
It became dog pile and Jake.
9 for the rest.
The,
Every day.
the commentary.
what did that come out as? What about?
I just.
Anything.
It was 9 for
Yeah, I'd be curious.
Okay, sounds good.
We gotta make sure I have enough to drink for the next round.
So,
Couple
I thought
more.
that was
see
it.
why it needs to be on a plate.
So you're supposed to have a
we're
fancy
about
sideways one for one of these.
halfway
Like it's
done.
this is center,
About halfway
but
done.
you're supposed to have the nozzle on the far side.
Oh.
Uh-huh.
They send you with one, and I broke it like
We'll run the
It's
next
4
actually
weeks in.
winners and-
Run to the next round.
And they
Yeah,
want
no,
$22 for a single syringe with a several week lead time.
Hmm.
Seems
And
ridiculous.
I paid their blood money and ordered more syringes, and they never
didn't show up.
arrived.
Yeah.
Oof.
So you're supposed to have like a little hose that goes into another cup, but it doesn't fit with the standard syringe. Like, guys, come on, the plumbing is not hard.
See, I was gonna offer to buy you one, and then he just said that, and you know.
Well, the other thing that I really hate about these is they've split their app into 3 different apps.
Yeah.
And they have like, they want you to subscribe to. It's like I bought a $400 tool. I do not need to pay you money for an app to access the Bluetooth a little differently here. None of it's things that are important to be hidden behind the paywall, but like, if you're a professional looking to do distillations, there's some units that are kept from you. It's like, that's not cool. So Anton Parr, if you're listening,
Great tool.
seriously, the app, someone's going to make a better one at some point. It's just a Bluetooth protocol. It's not that hard to get into.
Great business model currently.
Yeah, because at $15 a month, why, or how much is it a month? It was stupid.
It's not 15.
Is that
Can I borrow
Or
those
now?
units?
No,
I
it's,
could try backward engineering that.
I thought
Think
it was
well,
like
that's
$20
broken.
for
Yeah.
a year.
No, I can just get it to talk.
Yeah, because it's just the measurement
certainly
part's
not
wrong,
paying
but the rest of the
$15.
communication should be
Oh, you
fine.
have the professional version
Yeah.
of it. All right.
Yeah.
4-8.
This is 48.
Upgrade to Pro. Okay. It's
Upgrade to no.
it's $25 a year,
Yeah.
which still
Does that get you all 3 apps, or is that
It's like
per?
Per.
That's insane.
Yeah. So, $15 a month. Yeah, if you wanted all of them for the wine, beer, and spirits.
What? That's $2 a month.
What?
No, if you get
$25 a
all
year.
3 of them. Each
Uh,
app is $25 per year.
Yeah, so it's $5 a month or $25 a year. So it's $75 a year for all of them. I'm being salty, so I'm describing it as bad as I can.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Doesn't matter about accuracy.
Accuracy is for happy people.
The feeling in his soul
We're-
is it's $100.
We're halfway
Yeah.
into the bracket. Math doesn't matter anymore.
Until it's the Pythagorean theorem.
I'm
The
an
engineer.
I mean, pi is basically 5.
It's
Hey,
close enough.
Round
If you
two.
haven't gotten into an argument about the velocity of an arrow hitting somebody, you haven't been an engineer.
Or played enough D&D.
Or playing up D&D with engineers.
We broke his. He was like, "Oh, you have to scale this wall, but at the same time, they're like fighting you because they're able to like sidewalk on the wall. They're earthbenders or some shit." We were like, "Okay." I meld into the wall and just push them off. Oh, I'm gonna shoot an arrow.
Yeah, I think the most engineer thing I've had was I was playing with some of my other coworkers, and we identified a niche issue in 5e where we couldn't calculate something correctly of how we wanted. So we're just gonna make our own website to do this, and we did in an hour.
That sounds accurate.
Oh, so did you? That's Steve. Did you? Because that's the name you sent me when I put it in.
I thought that's what he told me the name was.
Oh well, he's saying it's just OB Trad.
Oh. Somewhere I got Steved.
57.
Something about being Steve, got it.
Probably entered it before I told him the name.
Well, it just reminds me of that
Hey,
Bob's
Judge entry
episode.
here.
That is probably accurate.
Well, it's like he did something,
Okay.
but then
Alright.
he skipped
So
it
we got tennis piment against a orange blossom track.
So 57 is the light, 48.
Yeah,
is
the Pyment's the dark one. Wow.
It's tough.
Yeah, I mean those are both excellent. They fit a easy drinking, moderate ABV, low sweetness. You could put a glass of wine in front of anyone who was unfamiliar with mead, and I think you get a very good result out of it. You ready?
Yeah,
I think it's good over the
Yeah.
Pymet.
Steve.
Steved?
Steved.
You got Steved.
Keep it in mind for the rewards.
Damn, Steve.
That is an excellent Pyment.
Yeah,
There's-
damn, Steve. Good job.
No, they're both fantastic meats.
Yeah.
I think, I don't know. This.
The Pyment's even growing on me more. I like it better this time than the last
I think
time
we're a
had
little
it.
biased because we know how hard it is to get a trad that clean.
But drinkability,
You know what
we
yeah.
go
should've
down
done
like water.
is once the
Yeah.
sun cut out, we
You
should've
could-
started
You could really pound that down.
Yeah, you could.
Dangerously.
I think I just like the darker flavors a little bit
That
more.
would have been
Yeah.
funny. But
No,
my
you're gonna
parents
enjoy
texted
the
me,
second
like,
bracket.
20 minutes ago saying, when does it start? And I was like, an hour ago.
So Steve goes forward 57.
Yes, Matthew. This is only
5-7.
the dry bracket. We're kind of coming in towards the end of it here. The first round is obviously the big one.
This is going to go start
that's
going
why
real
you
quick.
start signing
Yeah.
nonsense. We can't hear anything. The blueberry is on there.
57.
The parchment.
5-7 progressive.
That was against.
And that was against 4-8.
Okay, got it. Thank you.
Okay, so we have 8 going against 32.
And while we have some downtime, we have a wonderful back team named
52
Monica
and 14.
AJ.
52 and 14.
We have the best stewards.
Will, 52 and 14.
Is there a
52
separate
and
word for
14.
meat?
Yep.
People
8 and 32 is
there
the next
for,
one.
those wine.
Like a, yeah,
Somalia is Cicerone, and I don't know for mead what it would be.
nerd, mead nerd.
Renaissance fan.
So there's
Yes, Renaissance fan.
so
Oh,
I don't know that there's a name for it, but a bunch of the big luminaries in the mead world recently started something called the Mead Institute, where they're trying to formalize quality standards for meads.
Yeah.
And I would imagine that at some point they're going to come out with a certification of some kind. But I think they've only been going at it for about a year now.
So this is going to be like supplementarily to BJCP or?
This is, I believe, more like commercial mead versus. But I mean, like you can get a home brewer membership or a personal membership. I think it's called. But I think that it's largely targeted at commercial audience.
Okay. Someone just said Band-Aid mead and I'm concerned.
So strawberries,
Can
very much present as Band-Aids.
I understand. I thought that meant like intentionally Band-Aid flavored, and I was very,
Well,
very
you ever, like,
concerned.
smell the Band-Aid after you like have had it wrapped around your finger and it got moist from either blood or water?
I suppose, yeah.
That's
So-
it. It's
Yeah. So at Mead Stampede last weekend, I judged 2 strawberry meads and tried a third. The 2 that I judged, one of them was like intense Band-Aid, like holy crap! I just opened up a box of Band-Aids and that's what it tastes like. And the other one was sort of like faintly Band-Aidy,
little rubber bands.
a little bit. Okay, so we have 13 and 52. No, 14 and 52.
Is that just because of the strawberry, or what
The
causes that?
drip itself.
Okay, why do I
as
have-
it sits and ferments, it has some very bitter
So you gotta pluck
and
your
strong
strawberries.
compounds that have
Which one
very
is this,
strong
sorry?
aroma.
This is 1-4.
So you either limit
14.
contact time or you strain them out.
Gotcha.
Okay, yeah.
We've worked out a system, Tom. You do the lower half, I do the.
Yep, it's working.
14 and 52.
Correct.
So 14 is the dryness that y'all might remember from earlier with the holly honey.
Mhm.
Lunch with the same guy.
And then 52 is the spicy
What?
citrus fruits. Spicy
Oh
citrus
no!
Spicy boots?
These are my two favorites right
Yeah.
fruits.
now.
Uh-huh.
This is gonna be bad because both of these I loved, and them going to head to head is just sad.
I mean, it has to happen.
Yeah.
It's gonna happen eventually.
You know, don't forget, you're got
Mhm.
shafted awards. Keep those things in mind.
I don't know. I still feel like bad for the dude who shafted himself.
I do too, honestly.
I think he gets the You Tried award.
Yeah,
I just-
we'll
Yeah.
give that to you, Trey.
That's just, I don't think that there's any argument for
No, he
I don't
tried.
feel too bad about it either, 'cause
Oh.
it was good.
I'll commission that one if we need to send the You Tried award, just because I think that one would have had an amazing run.
Yeah.
The right category.
If that was in sweet, that might have run the gamut. That could have gone at least to the finals, I think. I guess I don't know what else is in the sweet bracket, but
Oh no, we already measured the dryness.
It was still very.
There's a lot of good stuff in the sweet bracket.
I know I helped unbox some of it, and I'm very excited just based on names alone.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, lots of good stuff in that
Are
bracket.
we getting any of the slushy ones again?
No.
No.
Corey, bless his heart, forgot to get the box in.
No.
Well, so Corey wasn't going to do a slushy mead again.
Mm-hmm.
He was going to do a traditional mead fortified with Malort.
Dodge the
Oh,
bullets.
God.
So I just want y'all to know that thanks to Corey's laziness, y'all dodged the biggest bullet you can possibly.
You know,
Can you explain why, though?
What was he planning
So
on
do you
doing?
not know what Malort
Have you ever
is?
had Malort?
It is, how would I put it, a regional drink almost?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
just in Chicago.
Yeah, it's just in Chicago,
You can get here now.
Oh,
but it
that
is probably one of the worst tastings I've ever tried. It's not describable in anything other than
Like
it
how
tastes
some people like
Malort.
Lutefisk sort of a thing?
Yeah.
It's
bitter and unpleasant.
it's
Okay.
vaguely dishwatery.
It's an acquired taste.
Okay.
It's one of those
I
things you
think-
probably grow up with it and it's fine, but
not gem socks.
I've had
Yeah.
it off
Absinthe
and
is an
on
acquired
since I was
taste. Malort is
29.
bad.
Yeah, I love absinthe.
Okay.
Hot take of the day right there.
Living in Chicago for a while, there's people who are like, "Oh, but this one's really good."
And you tried it. It's
It's, well, I was in
bitter
cooking school. I
sauce.
couldn't not do it, but at the same time, it's like, "Oh, that's a different flavor of dishwasher." They had,
So didn't Corey
else on
send
their
us a
plate.
bottle of the barrel aged Malort with
no,
Tony?
he hasn't sent. Oh,
Tony brought something to the last meetup.
I don't remember.
Oh.
Yeah, we had that.
Yep. I remember that now.
I
Do you
don't remember all that night.
remember peeing in the corner?
Unfortunately not. Thank you for not reminding me ever again.
Our
I-
meetups get a little bit wild sometimes.
just
You ever tried to light a cigar with the torch, like right by your face?
If my memory serves, that lit just fine.
So did your eyebrows, but
Does that mean it was a good idea?
No.
It worked.
it did work. It was a good cigar, so.
Got the job.
We all good?
What did I miss? 52 advances?
No, we haven't got. We're drinking it.
Oh, sorry, no.
We're waiting
52
on it.
and 14.
Yeah, sure.
I mean, if we want to go just based on memory. But I would like to drink these again.
Sit down.
For
Yeah.
and this one is 25, right?
52.
52.
Yeah. You're
I'm
just-
reading it backwards.
It's upside down.
apparently.
You're nailing it.
Well, you know,
Alright.
a few drinks in.
All right.
Drinks.
Norok.
Lime.
Oh man.
First.
I just don't want to get rid of either of them. I'm gonna be honest.
Mhm.
Yeah. I've said I like both of these a lot of times, but Man.
They're both really good. I do have a preference.
I definitely have one that
Sorry,
I
it's
would
taking me just a second.
Yeah,
prefer to
I need a
drink
second on this one.
in quantity.
Okay, I'm ready.
1, 2.
Spruce.
Spruce.
Oh, what?
Darkness. So
Spruce it is.
2 darkness.
Yep.
Dryness, but
Yeah, dryness.
52
Yeah.
advances.
All
so
right, wow.
I think that. Well, I don't think this is too spicy to say. I think the dryness is a better mead. I think that a pint of the dryness would be too much for me. I can imagine myself slamming pints, plural, of the citrus spruce.
That's where I'm at.
I would give my firstborn stepchild or something funny. Make a good
That's
joke
not
here.
funny.
I've got funnier now.
That was really funny.
You heard it here.
I don't know if the
For a
mic
child,
picked
for
that
a
up, but
child.
my wife did not like that joke.
It did not pick it up. Thank you for specifying.
Yeah, but the citrus spruce I could really see drinking. So
How I look at it is I could approach anyone with that citrus spruce and they'd probably love it. Like,
yes, you can hand that.
the
to
dryness
literally
you can
anyone.
give to someone who's like they may not like if they don't like drier. It's
Yeah.
still very good, but I think with the citrus spruce you could go up to just any random person and be like, here's
One thing I'm thinking, I kind of want to try the citrus spruce as like a mulled wine, like hot in the fall.
Warm. Was that one carbonated?
I think it was, but something similar.
Yeah.
But it served as a warm drink instead of cold and carbonated in the fall. I think could be really
kind of
good.
like a streusel or something
Yeah.
where you like heat it up with a little
Yeah, it was
extra
cold.
spices and
So that was
Yeah, like an apple cider. type of
originally
thing.
a little bit more
Yeah.
carbonated. Right now it's just a little effervescent.
Yeah.
I think if you want to try something, take that same recipe as
Like a mold.
as a mulled wine. It could be amazing.
You see that, like sweet.
Yeah, a little sweeter, warm, less carbonated.
like
Water,
Jake said, I
yes.
definitely think it's in the category of
Please.
I think if you liked that style, the dryness would probably go through a lot more for a lot more people.
So the next one
Yeah,
should be
pressure from
9 and
approachability.
57. Oh, 8
8 and 32. You're
Yep.
even half one step behind for a while.
And,
I get so nervous about this glass. Eventually, I'm going to stop worrying about it. But whew, it's a big span.
That's why you gotta get one of these.
That's why you got the same kind of glass that desks are made out of.
Yeah, it's definitely it's only a quarter inch or 3/16.
I don't remember.
Good job on the silicone.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got to do one more pass on it.
Great first
Yeah.
rondo.
So me and a couple of others here made this table. Thanks you two. Thanks for a little bit of help. And we just got it down here in my basement a couple of weeks back. We're still working on some finishing touches, a little bit of brass work, getting the edges sealed. So if we ever have a oopsie-daisy, we don't get the TV in the center done.
You mean when?
What?
You meant when?
It is
Yeah,
inevitable.
when-
Somebody
yeah,
will
when.
spill on this table.
Yeah.
Oops.
Oops.
Just try not to be the first one.
Um,
Or if you want to do a little bit of pour come out just to get the first one out of the way and it controls.
8.
8. Ooh,
This
that's still
one-
got lovely carbonation.
Happy 8th day.
This one's going to be the Champagne Traditional.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
Got to get down to the final
I
four.
definitely am giving it the rub to the dryness.
We are going to have to do a third place tiebreaker.
Yeah.
That's the one other thing that we do need to remember to do. Because fourth place, close but no cigar.
We could also send them a "You Tried" trophy. Just kind of spit in the wound a little bit.
That's specifically the screwed yourself.
Yeah.
I think that's what needs to be reserved for next year is if someone missubmits again.
Yeah.
It's the screwed yourself trophy.
You tried.
You
Yeah.
played yourself.
Yep.
Yeah. Kyle keeps talking about that. The black currant and choke cherry. That's such a good. I haven't worked with choke cherry myself before, but black currant is one of my babies.
Yeah.
I've got 12 pounds of black currants right now.
Is that how much we got?
Got a good.
Yeah, we
chunk.
still got a chunk
I,
left to
I
go.
gotta go hit my plants again.
So you can make about
2 gallons.
2 gallons a mead, gallon and a half.
That's plenty for me on a Sunday.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what you guys are gonna drink, but that's about my serving.
So good.
I'll pick the berries so I get at least a glass.
I'd love to see some other fruits to work it with, and I think a chokecherry would be lovely. But that's not a hard one to buy. That might be something you have to harvest yourself.
So are you saying we should reserve a little bit of 9, 57, 52
No.
and blank when we get it, or are you gonna do a second pour to get third place?
Yeah, we'll do a second pour to get. So we're gonna go for first place and then repeat third and fourth.
Okay.
So let's say 9 gets knocked out here and 52 gets knocked out there. Then both of them will go up against each other.
Okay. Just making sure that I don't need to.
No.
Late game losers bracket.
What?
Late game losers bracket.
Yeah. Because we've got, like we've said, the $100 for first, 50 for second, and 25 for third.
And then 25 for the. You got it.
Yeah, you got. Yeah. For you got screwed.
What was the third place award again?
25.
Yeah. So yeah. I intentionally selected 25 to be the you got screwed to be the same as third place.
Makes sense to me.
It's something that could have gone to third or better if palettes were slightly different, or we had a couple different judges swapped out, or something. Any number of factors.
Flip a coin. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or you went against a really good one.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah, if you get knocked out by the one that won in the first bracket,
round.
you could have very easily gotten third if you were in a different
Yeah.
bracket or something. Yeah.
That's kind of how I feel about 14 versus 52. I definitely feel it got screwed just because it went against.
A really strong one.
To be fair,
Yeah.
The dryness was probably
is
my
a-
favorite so far.
this is a smaller bracket, so I mean we're down to the final 4 here in a hurry. There's going to be some, oh gosh, this doesn't deserve to go home at some point.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's going to be hard decisions that need to be made, so it's just.
I just feel like that was the
Commit.
hardest choice.
Yeah, I think
Get
that's
it
the hardest
done.
choice so far, for sure. All right, we're
And
ready for our next
32,
round.
yes.
Oh wow, the levels of mead, like for all of these, have been impressive.
Yeah, they're all fantastic so far.
Yeah, last time at Valkyries, I had a couple of just like, oh god, gotta spend some more time finding the right things to say
Yeah,
about
and I will
this.
say so far, every single one that I've had in this year competition so far and last year, all better than anything I've had at Renfest.
That's saying a lot's accurate.
I'm just saying that.
No offense to whoever, if the meat people.
Let's not talk shit
Yeah.
about anyone who's professionally doing it online, but
Yeah.
sometimes there are differences for what you want. For what
So
you
what
make.
is
and
this
what's-
matchup again?
This one is Champagne Traditional against the Bourbon Pyman.
Okay.
Oh boy.
This is gonna be rough.
I'm just gonna start with bourbon.
Yeah, because there's such different needs.
Since we're down to the final 4, get hopefully just 4 forks and everything if we can. Because then we can just back that.
Oh yeah.
So,
Yeah.
Although I wonder if homebrewers for beer do the same thing. Like, oh, this is better than any Budweiser I've had.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know.
Budweiser's clean beer.
Yeah.
A lot of people make it worse.
It's a very technically impressive beer.
Yeah.
So I think we're all ready.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Bourbon.
Bourbon.
Really, guys?
Oh.
You're killing me.
Killing me.
Who,
Yeah.
who killed who?
What's
The-
the 4 to 3?
So just to clarify, raise your hand for champagne.
Champagne. 1, 2, 3.
Yep,
Okay.
3 to 4.
Yeah.
I like this one.
32 goes on.
Yeah.
So 32 is the one that needs the double.
That's right.
Like I was saying earlier,
That's just such a technically perfect.
The champagne is great. Now that I'm having it together, there's a tiny bit of a weirdness that I can't really identify in the aftertaste. I'm not sure what it is.
As they
probably
warm,
syrup.
as the carbonation decreases. Because I mean, we're keeping it cold, we're keeping it corked, but there's a finite
The
amount.
bottle's been open for 45 minutes now.
It's my personal preference, but I could sip this for a long time.
Yeah, I could sip this bourbon all day and
Yeah.
be happy.
That's my thing is
I really want to try this champagne in like a mimosa or something.
But yeah.
I'm sure it would be amazing. Because
Yeah.
it's, well, I still say, one of the best champagnes I've ever had.
That champagne will not survive the night. I guarantee you.
No, it won't.
No.
No, I'm definitely drinking on that.
Oh, yeah. No.
No,
It's fantastic. I like the bourbon better as a personal preference.
Yeah, and like I said earlier, just my palate, just my palate, the bourbon palate
Just my palate.
needs just a
Somebody
little
submit that
bit of
next year.
sweet,
A little sweet. Yeah.
little sweet to make it enjoyable for me. And the champagne trad is just so
Which one is this? Sorry.
This is number
I can't
9.
read.
957.
So, some people are making some jokes in the threads. It would be fun to do if we could get it like way earlier out. Not saying all bourbon makes or anything like that.
Okay,
but
thank you.
to-
That's what they're saying in the comment.
But to do
I'm making bourbon next year. All bourbon meets
one where it like has to be like 3 really weird categories, like bourbon, capsicum ale, or I want to say lactimel because as soon as I say that, that's what's going to happen.
We should do Lactimel.
But like,
No. Well, if we do, he's not judging.
I'm not judging over.
Outside.
I'll probably just be saying what's going to happen. But it'd be fun to go try, like oddball, like
Bourbon,
odd duck
high
category.
mint, brackets.
Brackets
Bracket
and pints
category could be
are
interesting.
like a thing though. Like, but a capsicum, we don't have a single capsicum out. I don't
That's
think.
fine.
They're delicious. You don't have to make the insanity that I have. I mean, at my wedding, the mango habanero one.
That one slapped. That's-
You were dissing it earlier.
So
on.
it gets a little
balance.
It's a little hot, but it just isn't aged.
Yeah, no. I mean, like when we were in the bench trial, it was way too spicy for the Minnesota palate.
Yeah.
I mean,
So-
it was way
yes.
too spicy for the Minnesota palate. I
Yeah.
liked it. I didn't think anyone else would like it that went to your wedding, but it really calmed down.
Is there an equivalent in the mead world of like Brett's, where it's super farmhouse?
Oh yeah.
Because that's what I'd like to see.
Oh, so we could do
personally.
like a wild capsicum ale and whiskey, like odd duck shootout.
So to me,
And
like
if we announce some of that this like early, we could
Yeah.
get people doing barrel age and get like a year age.
You need a year in, and I'm not going to be making those sort of decisions after.
Right. Well, so maybe we announce that for 2025 we have a separate bourbon category, so people can they have 2 years notice they can start.
because I definitely think
Whenever they feel
in the
appropriate.
case of the bourbon one, it's definitely preying on some of our own personal preferences.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah,
And
because-
we're all aware of that. We all have
Yeah.
biases.
Yeah.
And that's why we're announcing it. Like,
Yeah. But like just for me and you, because we're
Uh-oh.
both big whiskey.
Larry, you have at least one capsicum ale.
oh well, there you go.
But I'd really like to see like a Brett equivalent of a
Mhm.
mead represented sometime. It's just I feel like that would be a good mix up of flavors because it definitely throws even seasoned beer people through a loop sometimes. With
just it's goofy flavors.
Yeah.
Goofy.
Whoever can get closest to bubblegum wins.
I want to order some of those, defects.
The weird
just,
ones? Yeah.
Just to use. Like, some of them are good.
I loved the beet one. I
Yeah.
know I hate saying that. I loved the
I've made beet mead.
Yeah.
Awkwardly,
that was
the
good.
corn was interesting.
I really want to try
The
buttered
corn with the
corn.
butter.
I like
Yeah.
that was
one.
so
Yeah.
weird. That was
Yeah.
so good. A buttered corn or a banana mead with the defect samples could be amazing.
So
Yeah, they're just hideously expensive.
this defect kit had it was a little bit more beer focused, but one of them was like corn you cook too much in a mash. I'm not a beer guy. I don't want to explain how it happens because I have no idea what I'm talking about. But it's common enough beer defect apparently. And then a buttery, like kind of like you get in a Chardonnay, but there's other ways to get the defect too. Then like on their own they're like, oh yeah, that's corn, and oh yeah, that's buttery and not so good. But you go pull a matrix and snort both of them at the same time, and oh man, it was kettle corn, like straight to the movie theater.
Like he said,
Or not
it's kind
kettle
of
corn,
taking the blue and red pill and be like, I'm just gonna take both.
both. Yes.
I picked purple.
All right, so this is gonna be a tough round. We
Yeah.
have,
Oh no.
Righteous Prima Donna and Steved.
Steve. Oh.
I don't want to be Steved though.
That was the best mistake ever.
Everyone needs to get Steve.
Mm-hmm.
The more I taste,
Everyone
the
needs
more
to
I
get
like
Steved.
No, Tom.
He's thinking.
Oh no,
I'm
Oh, you froze it?
Sorry.
I didn't see it, so it's no surprise to me. Plus, you're one of the side people. If you point just straight down, no one will see it.
Yeah.
Sounds like holding them
Some
up.
people are saying this takes. Oh, you ready? He's in
it's
the
tough. I
We'll
keep.
let him room.
Here, I'll talk for a second.
This is my hardest one yet.
So this is taking a little bit longer than I expected, says Matthew. This is about par for the course where I expected to be. We're 2 hours in at this point, and I expected to take about 6 hours of actual streaming when it's all said and done. The other bracket is bigger, but we're going to be a little bit more prepared and a little bit more motion for it. So I think it'll be moving just a little faster. But
Maybe a couple other helpers will write
yeah, a couple more people will be helping us.
Yeah,
to
we'll
serve.
be getting a
Kyle's got the right idea. He started bottling.
Oh,
He's
yeah.
watching.
Yeah, last year was a circus. We have learned a lot since then. Okay, but we're ready. All right,
1, 2, 3.
Prima donna.
prima donna.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
Oh,
guys don't want to
Steve.
be Steved?
I am steeped.
Oh,
You're Steve.
I'm
Oh,
Steve.
we do
Oh,
have
we got 3 Steves.
1, 2, 3 Steves.
3 Steves,
And you're prima donna.
I was prima donna.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, I could have gone either way.
Yeah.
my man.
It
That
is.
was close.
It's so
So
close.
Steve will be competing for third, but
Mhm.
the prima donna will go on
For first and second.
first and second.
I am getting toasty on the double.
What was the prima donna coming in at for gravity?
I am gonna find out right now.
'Cause if we've never measured that, I'm
Probably
curious.
should before.
Because it's coming on.
That's right, you got a long afternoon.
It's
ahead
kind
you,
of
too.
sweet.
Yeah, I got all the sweets to go. I
Are
figure
you
after
gonna
some
be here for
food.
the sweet bracket break?
What?
You not gonna be here for the sweet
No, I'll
bracket?
be here for the food bracket, but if I keep giving him my leftovers,
Oh,
He'll
gotta
sleep
turn-
it off.
I can't keep drinking leftovers. I will be sloshed.
Well, you can start giving him to AJ. He hasn't tried any.
My man.
Uh-oh.
Is it an
Oh.
upset? Did you flush it?
I'm gonna go double check that one.
Yeah, you better flush that because
We're gonna go
there's no way. No
Yeah.
way.
It comes across.
There might be a bubble. I'm gonna also make sure to cavitate.
It's
Yeah.
very sweet for a dry,
It is
but I
really
still think
small.
it's technically
But it's
dry.
not 10:57.
No.
Oh no, I put it around 10:15 ish, maybe
It's
10:20.
calling it that.
Yeah.
What is
There's no way.
There's
he just flushed it full.
I've got a 4 milliliter. I've got no
Oh,
bubbles
We
in
can
it.
run water through that, but that is super sweet.
So I'm at